Me? Difficult? You haven't seen anything yet. Today I'm diving into one of the biggest mindset roadblocks we face as negotiators, that we don't ask for something because we're afraid we're going to look difficult or high maintenance. That's right. Instead of asking for what we want, need, or deserve, we become people pleasers. We don't want to rock the boat. We want everything to go smoothly and for everyone to like us, which is great, except it's not going to get us very far in our business. In some ways it's good, because if every single one of us walked around doing and saying exactly what we felt, that would be a little scary. Society might crumble. So it's a good thing that we monitor our behavior and what we are asking for. But monitoring it so much that you don't ever make an ask is just going to keep you stuck in business. We need a way to get over it. So I'm going to share 3 tips with you today to help you get over that fear of looking difficult and ask for what you want, need, and deserve. Tip number 1 is we are going to remember our P's and Q's. We are going to be very polite and very professional. That might sound silly. It seems really basic. But when we get caught up in being nervous and wanting something, and even trying to be assertive in our businesses, we can forget to say please and thank you. Just like our mamas taught us, please and thank you will go a long, long way in getting you what you want or need and making sure you don't look like a pain in the ass for doing it. Now, tip number 2 is that we're going to massage the message. Now, of course, we can just come straight out and ask for what we want, but sometimes the person on the receiving end is going to have some feelings. They're going to get a little emotional. So let's say that you want to ask a client to put down 50% of the project fee to hold their date. Now, the reason you want to do this is so that you don't end up with a giant gap in your schedule where you've turned away other paying work because you were holding a time slot for this project. You want that 50% up front to cover your butt financially. But if you say that to the client, it brings up all sorts of feelings about trust, that you don't trust them, that they're going to stick around, that they'll pay their part. And you can still ask for that 50%, but try phrasing it in terms of you need the 50% because you want to make sure you can dedicate 100% of your energy to their project at that time. See? The benefit for them is your supreme focus on getting them great results. You also happen to be covering your butt financially, but that doesn't have to be the message you lead with. Now, tip number 3 is a little bit of a different one. It's to match the risk with the request. In a nutshell, if the item's really low risk, you might not want to make the request. Let it go. A good example of this is if we get a contract from a client or a partner and the content is great, the fee is fabulous, we're really excited to work on it, but we don't like the way the document's formatted. Maybe the font's a little funny. We'd rather it be in Times New Roman and not Arial. We cannot ask for that. You don't always have to ask for every single thing you want. Asking for a font change could make you look difficult, but it's a low-risk item. There's no risk to the content, to how this is going to perform, to what your life is going to be like because you don't like the formatting. You don't have to make the ask on that. Now, your homework for this week is to keep those 3 tips in mind. Please, can you do this for me? Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It goes a long way. 2, we're going to massage the message so that the other person knows that what we're asking for will actually benefit them in some way. It's not all about us. And figuring out if the risk is really worth the request. Got it? Good. See you next time.